Do Christians really think they are going to convert someone by leaving pamphlets around? If they keep doing it, that means it works somehow. If you leave 1,000 pamphlets, the probability 1 out of those 1,000 will be read by a person that needs those kinds of messages in that moment is more than zero. Low, but still more than zero. So even if only one person responds positively, it means you have gained one person interested. If you multiply this by the amounts of pamphlets sent over decades, you can have pretty good numbers. So yes, they believe it, and it actually works. Like the drop that carves the stone. It seems more likely to me that they do it so that if somebody is in the middle of a crisis and feel like they need something to latch onto, they'll see the pamphlet and go, maybe they have the answers I need. It's not aimed at most people, only the desperate and destitute. Whether that's a good thing or not really depends on your opinion of Christianity. Anyone else getting Jesus ads in their Reddit feed besides me? Maybe it's the subs I scroll. And no, the ads are not convincing. Yes, I was raised Christian from the day I was born, and part of my education was graded assignments where we would go out as children and witness to strangers. People in my group truly believed that everyone was wandering around feeling depressed, hopeless, and in desperate need of a church's control over their lives. If a non-Christian said they were happy and fulfilled, they were lying. 'Cause you can't be happy or fulfilled without organized religion. Protestant only. Of course, if believers wandered away from our group, or started seeing their spirituality as a personal thing, they were said to have fallen down a slippery slope, because it was all about control. If the church wasn't controlling you, how would they get your tithe money? Every group has different subtleties, so I can only speak for mine. But we left pamphlets and cornered people at the mall because we truly thought we were saving them. That they saw us like fresh water in a desert. Their insistence that we let them pass was just denial and demon possession. But they secretly wanted to live like us. I was an A student, so I harassed a lot of people. As soon as I was old enough to leave, I did, and never looked back. The thought is that such a pamphlet or a magazine could be found by someone that is already looking for open to Jesus, and this piece of information could help them along their path as a tiny step of the way. The idea being it could help God direct those people to that information. There is a whole mythos inside Christian circles about drug-addled sinners being saved from suicide and eternal damnation by a Gideon Bible in a hotel or some pamphlet or chick tract found on the street. So yes, that's what they think. Likely it's just another revenue stream for organizations where the printed material is created and distributed for pennies on the dollar of what the donations total. The chances are low, but the payout of saving a soul is so high, it's worth it. Plus, some denominations think it's a divine commandment to evangelize. Even if they knew they weren't going to get a single convert, they're still ordered to attempt it. Shotgun approach. Similar to the guy that asks out every woman he sees. Most will say no, but if even 1% says yes, success. It's a numbers game, just like business flyers. A few will respond. My ex-girlfriend, who unlike me, is religious, told me that she was able to find a new church in her town that better aligned with her political beliefs from one of these pamphlets. So they at least work to attract current Christians to their specific church. I always thought of it as being passive-aggressive. What I hate are the little fake dollar bills, and then you open it and it says something like, "Money isn't everything. God is." To me, those are the literal works of Satan. It's not important that it works. That's not why they do it. Proselytizing isn't done to benefit the proselytized. It's done to satisfy the ego of the proselytizer. If they tell everyone what is right, but people still do what is wrong, they can sleep well at night knowing that we're all doomed to hell by our own act of denying the truth. They pass them out so that they feel good, not with the intent of helping anyone. Any pamphlets I see get converted straight into the nearest garbage can. It's like casinos and those free-to-play games. Most people will at best find a bit of amusement from it, but there's always that tiny group who will throw their life away for it. Fun fact, Muslims do the same thing. When I was deployed to Bahrain, I found them everywhere. The most infamous example of this is the legendary Chick tracts drawn and published by cartoonist Jack Chick. Chick was a hardcore fire and brimstone Christian fundamentalist who absolutely despised Catholics, Jews, Muslims, Freemasons, and any other group that didn't conform with his narrow brand of Christianity. He also had zero love for LGBT people or rock music. His drawings portrayed every negative stereotype that you could think of. He routinely drew people like hippies, rock musicians, occultists, and gay men to look dirty, unkempt, sickly, and miserable. Even the attractive characters in Chick's illustrations who weren't Christians always had an angry, evil, or lost expression on their face. Chick's demons were these goofy-looking creatures with horned heads, big noses, unkempt facial hair, and pot bellies that always said, "ha ha," while tempting a sinner. In the meantime, he drew God as this immense, faceless, terrifying being who angrily condemned lost souls to hell while coyly reclining in his throne. Chick's works were often quite amusing in a cheesy sort of way. But the guy himself was a real piece of work. They love littering. It's just performance for them. They don't actually care about anyone being saved beyond the bragging rights that come with saving someone. Really, they are just putting on a show for each other and hoping Sky Daddy sees them. I saw one on top of a urinal at the airport and slipped it into the urinal pee area and peed on it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.